Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Felicia.
Ms. Wilson? Okay, if everyone would come to order, we'll begin back with the public hearing, 10 o'clock public hearing to consider continuing taxation of goods in transit. Mr. Barber, I know that you filled out a form. I was hoping you would enlighten us all.
Good morning again. This legislation is very new. It's to allow Freeport exemptions to be spread even wider than it is now. Now the inventory has to be processed and shipped out of the state of Texas. This legislation is allowing it in the state of Texas, not even having to go out of state. And right now, I think there's too many gray areas. We have no way to project how much value we will lose for taxation. I think this will be a 2 or 3 year process even before we learn what companies or how they're going to proceed on this to try to get around this. I mean, when there's a law like this open, the tax agents are going to look for ways to cut taxation on their companies. So my recommendation is that we continue the taxation of these goods until we get a better grip. If we decide today to continue the taxation, we can always come back at a later date and allow the exemption. If you allow the exemption today, it's done forever. So I would urge you until we get a better grip on this. Like I say, it may be 2 or 3, 4 years before all the legal ramifications and all is worked out in this legislation. So I would urge us to pass the resolution to continue taxation. And Jim Lambeth is here if you have a question on the law or something. So thank you.
Thank you, Gary. from the information that I've received from Mike Barnett and what I'd heard, I thought that that's probably what we need to do for today's purposes. And the agenda item is broad enough that gives us the ability to consider that continuation of taxation of goods in transit. I haven't received any other public comment. Any comment from the court on this agenda item? Then I would make the motion that we do continue the taxation of goods in transit as provided by Texas law.
Second.
Discussion. All in.
Just a minute. I don't see an action item on here for that.
I think that the public hearing item says consider continuing, so I think that we can consider it, or do you not, Mr. Geary?
Judge and Commissioners, based on our past practices, I think I would feel more comfortable if we waited and put an action item on next week, because our past practices have been to post the public hearing separately.
Sure, and that's fine.
And we're not under a time crunch. We do have to have a public hearing first, but there's no time crunch that would keep us from having an action item the next time the court meets.
It's my understanding the deadline will be the end of the year, is that right? Okay, so we're good. All right, we'll move it to the next court meeting. Okay. Going back to agenda item 18, let me read it again. Consider and approve an order and resolution calling a bond election for November 6, 2007, making provisions for conducting the election and resolving other matters related to such election. Let me also state, we've received some information from First Southwest Company. Mr. Mike Bird worked on this late Friday, and appreciate that, Mr. Bird. If the court decides that it's appropriate to move forward with a $125 million bond, 20-year term, would cause an estimated tax rate increase of 7.5 cents to our tax rate. It would cost a typical $50,000 value commercial property an additional $37.32 on their tax bill. For residential $50,000 homesteads, it would add $37.32 to that tax bill as well. Would not affect those who are over 65 and have on their homesteads. For a typical $100,000 property, commercial property would add $74.65. It would also add, for that same value of property for residential under 65, would add $74.65. Would not affect homesteads of those who are over 65. For a 25-year term, it would add 6.6 cents to the tax rate. For $50,000 worth of property for those under 65, residential property, or for commercial property, it would add $32.98 approximately to their tax bill. For a $100,000 home, for those under 65, or for commercial property valued at $100,000, it would add $65.96 to the tax bill, and again would not affect homesteaded property for those individuals who are over 65 and have it frozen. Okay.
Judge, as I'm reading these numbers, that would be, on the 25-year term, that would be $1.74 over what it would have been on the 20-year term on $110 million. Is that what I'm reading correctly?
That's about right. You're better at doing math in your head. That's about right.
No, I did it on paper. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, now,